Infinity War was recently released to video. And no, I don't mean VHS, because that's apparently what people use video. But video just means visual. Get it? Yeah. Video. I'm not going to say digital. I'm not going to say Blu-ray. Just video.
All of it.
You can watch it on your home television sets. And so there has kind of been, naturally, when a movie comes out on home release, you could say it that way too, there have been, more interviews. We've gotten more content from deleted scenes. Easter eggs and continuity errors are popping up about the movie. I watched it last night, and yes, there's a big one.
Like what?
So, real quick side note. The scene where Thanos grabs Vision by the throat.
Yeah.
Right before you actually see him grab Vision, there's a quick shot of him like swatting Scarlet Witch away. He's already grabbing Vision by the throat. So it's so the scene plays out. He's grabbing Vision by the throat, swats Scarlet Witch away. Then the very next scene is him grabbing Vision by the throat.
So when he smacks Scarlet Witch away, he's not grabbing Vision.
He's already grabbing him. So it's like he's grabbing him, and then the very next scene, you see him grab him. So it's almost like a bit of an out of order thing.
Wait, so maybe he grabbed him, let go to smack Scarlet Witch, and grabbed him again.
It doesn't play out that way.
I'll have to pay attention to that when I watch it again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a bit of a mistake. So, other things that have surfaced is there was an interview with Kevin Feige, the godfather of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the man that knows everything. He was in a... he had an interview with Birth Movies Death. Okay? Don't know if... Probably a website. And he was asked a question about... So, of course, spoilers here.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
But if you haven't seen Infinity War yet, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There apparently are. I had people over last night who hadn't seen the movie yet.
Stop it. Get some help. That's my message from Michael Jordan.
Yeah. McDonald's.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't do drugs.
I wish we could have some editing, one of us had editing skills. I could have just gone, if you haven't seen Infinity War, you could just put that in. Stop it.
Thanks. I'm gonna watch that JonTron video now after this.
Just open up the 9/11 file. Just see what happens. You never know what you might find. Mr. T's gonna shake all the change out of your pocket. How are you gonna buy McNuggets now?
McNuggets.
It's gold. Anyways.
All right. So we have given you enough time to pause or exit this video if you haven't seen Infinity War yet. So at the end of Infinity War, of course, Thanos is successful. He snaps his fingers and says, "Nintendo Switch," and everyone... and half of everyone disappears.
I've never thought of that before. At the end of the movie, he just goes, "It's time to switch." Or whatever. How does he say it? It's like a... How does it go? The switch thing, when he says it, is it like switchu or like... Or did I imagine that? How do they say it? Switch, basically?
Switch!
Yeah.
But they still... Very thick Japanese accent still. Good stuff. See, Nintendo really was spoiling the movie the whole time during their promotion for Switch.
Yeah, because every time they snapped, the screen went black.
Yeah. During this Nintendo.
So he kills everyone.
Half.
Yep. Half of everyone.
People turn to dust.
Yep. People wanted to know.
We lose a lot. So, Kevin Feige was asked by Birth Movies Death whether half of the animals died as well, citing dogs and ants specifically. And he did say, yes, all life. So... if you were to take this a little bit far, as, of course, say, Reddit takes things a bit too far, but this is pretty reasonable. So, if all the animals die, it's not a far stretch, if you're going by the scientific explanation of living things, that would also include all plant life being killed. Nathan, remind me. What's the whole reason for Thanos doing what he's doing in this movie?
To make resources stretch out and go longer, because too many people are consuming all the resources, so you take half the people away, you get double the resources.
Yeah, all of a sudden now you have enough food for everyone.
To go around.
too many hungry mouths.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Perfectly balanced. My face is blemishless.
Now you try.
Gaze at it for hours. I don't know.
People
talk about how good his face looks.
People say I'm thick.
Okay. All right.
So, anyways,
You wipe out half the plants. The plan is kind of backfired.
So, in the words of Tony Stark from the first Avengers movie, not a great plan.
Yeah. That's like algae, bacteria, like algae, like if I'm not mistaken, provides like most of the oxygen that we breathe. Like it's made by algae on like the surface of lakes and stuff.
Or even if you're counting trees.
Yeah, trees too. They also make a lot of oxygen. And then this whole topic just gets insanely detailed if you really think about it. Because like how specific is his thought process in that snap? Because like if we're just talking about like all life. So like how is I'm probably going way too deep with this, but like how is life added up? Because like if you think about it, we're made up of like billions and billions of living cells, individual cells. So like, or like, you know what I mean? Like are cells dying? Certain cells dying on people.
Cells are not considered because they can't live apart from the body. They're not considered an organism.
So it's like a full
Yeah, and there are single-celled organisms, so
like
they would die.
And the bacteria and stuff.
Sure, yeah. So I don't think you could. Oh
right.
man,
half a person just starts fit.
Thanks,
like,
Thanos. I just lost all of my dying skin cells. So thanks, good on you.
Yeah.
Collect the Infinity Stones again in 10 years, and we'll see what that does.
So like, and there's like a lot of helpful bacteria, but like.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. Like you can't digest certain foods without bacteria. And
then produce. Like there goes a lot of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin Feige really thought out. Yeah, now that you're poking all these holes in it, I'm just like, no, it doesn't.
Sorry, I did biology last year, so it's just fresh on my mind. Everything. So like I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like, I don't know.
No, fair point. Fair point.
He really shouldn't have. I don't know. He shouldn't have made it that blanket statement because it kind of falls apart.
But then again, I mean, I don't think Thanos' plan is really all thought out. I don't like the idea in the movie how he's just like seeing the movie again. I mean, there's definitely a couple of things that they could have done a better job with Thanos. Even though they did a good job, they could have done better. For instance, I don't understand why he likes Gamora so much. I don't feel like
really not put in there.
They don't explore it enough.
Yeah, like they show you like the beginning of like their relationship, but it's not like anything like what makes her special, you know?
Right.
He's
why
just like
did
random girl in a closet.
Right. Why did he pick out a random girl on the street and just like, I'm going to love you like my own daughter?
Yeah, that's true.
Like and then the whole thing where he's crying because he has to, again, spoilers, kill Gamora to get the Soul Stone. It's like, why do you love her?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought about that.
And I guess they're just expecting you to like, oh, well, if you're a parent, you understand this. No, I am a parent now, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, you just kind of had a moment or something where you're just like, after all this killing, I think I'm going to like someone.
It's weird.
It is weird.
That's true.
But I was going to say that to get to
another point.
There's that, and also just the idea that just because this event happened on your planet, the fact that your planet was overpopulated and you didn't have enough food and it led to the disaster of the civilization itself, why do you think that that's just going to mean...
It's very anecdotal, Thanos. Look at the statistics.
Yeah, it's extremely anecdotal.
Right. Ben Shapiro would say.
Ben Shapiro speak there. So yeah, there's plenty... You can poke holes in Thanos. Like, in my opinion, he's the best villain that they've done so far in Marvel, but by far.
Face, man. The detail on that face.
And they did such a good job with Thanos. I don't know if we mentioned this before, but on the podcast, but I can't help but think that they spent so much time on Thanos that the children of Thanos, except for maybe
doesn't the big dude look okay? I thought the big dude
looks okay, and the guy who has Doctor Strange tied up.
Right. He looked better. Ebony Maw, I think, was his name.
Ebon Maw.
I thought. Okay.
or
something
Devin,
like that.
something.
But
the other two,
dude, yeah, I watched some
Proxima
clips.
and
The lady with like the horns, yeah. I watched some clips of like the big battle, and there's like the scene with like Scarlett Johansson and stuff. Like they
Scarlet Witch Johansson.
I know they looked like they were just like pasted in there. It was really strange. I was like,
they looked like video game characters.
Yeah.
Like they really did. They did. There were definitely characters that they took their time on, and others that they just kind of rushed.
Yeah, Thanos just like sucked all their power, their
and
animation
the
power.
CG on them just wasn't that good.
Right.
I kind of felt like I was It's kind of like the difference between the way Gollum looks like in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then how he looks like in the Hobbit trilogy, like or not trilogy because he's only in the first one, but he like there's a difference. Like you could tell, and if you have them in the same movie, like it would look bad. That's kind of what we're dealing with.
Right, but in Lord of the Rings, it looks okay.
Yeah, because everything's that level.
Yeah.
Of animation,
so it makes it stick out more.
Or taking CG from like the prequel Star Wars movies and comparing them to a newer Star Wars movie.
It'd be like if you got like a bunch of Ferraris in the same room and then put like a, you name it, crappy old car in the room.
Yeah.
You're gonna notice.
Yeah.
That's
true. Or like looking at the difference between like different quality TVs. It's just like you can't really quantify it in words. It's just all I can tell you is one looks much better than the other.
My eyes say yes to all of this, and then it's like
yeah. Thanos definitely had the most work done on him.
Yeah,
but his plan definitely needed a bit more work in the mental thinking department, sir.
Yeah.